Hi there, I'm Nicole Wilbur. I'm a writer and story nerd, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the Authortube Newbie Tag 2.0. I'm not really an Authortube newbie. I've been here for almost 2 years and still haven't learned how to talk slow, so there's that. It's not quite the 2-year anniversary, but I thought this would be the perfect time to redo it. So here we go. Question number 1 is, what's your book's pitch? If you have multiple works, choose your favorite. So the one that I'm working on right now is called Some Kind of Criminal, and it's basically a music student gets pulled into a heist in Florence to steal the world's best violin. And, they have to avoid the police, a very stringent administrator, a corrupt politician, and the mafia in order to do so. Question number 2 is, if you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? I have no idea. I really should have read this ahead of time. How would I pitch myself? I would say that I am bubbly and frothy and a good beach read. That's what I would say. Number 3, what do you usually write? The book that I mentioned in number 1 is kind of YA contemporary action adventure heist story. I've written some historical fiction. I think the majority of my videos have been about 1837, which is my historical fiction book, which might be YA, but also might be adult. I don't know. I think it's probably adult. And then I have another YA contemporary. I like to write things that are historical fiction. I try to make it more lyrical, and then the YA stuff is more like punchy and funny and voicey and that kind of thing. Number 4, what is something you will never write? I will never write erotica. I will never write horror because I'm very scared of horror. I've never read it. It freaks me out. I doubt I would ever write science fiction because I haven't read any science fiction. Yeah. What else? What else wouldn't I write? I tried to write a fantasy once. I think I could write fantasy, but I just don't. Again, that's hard. And I do have, what comes easiest to me, I think, is that voicey, like, short sentences, kind of like Princess Diaries natter. So anything that doesn't really fit that is harder. Not that I couldn't write it, but it's a little bit harder to do. What is your goal for starting an Authortube channel? Considering I am not starting one, I will say, what is my goal for my channel currently? I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. Oh, it's taken a while. It's a little bit of a pulling a truck up a hill. You never know with YouTube. It doesn't really matter. But overall, just my goal is to connect with people, talk about writing, help people. Not that I give advice, but like share my writing journey in the hopes that we can kind of compare and contrast and learn from each other. Number 6, what made you want to start writing? That is a great question. I don't know. I've been writing since I was like 5 years old. Maybe that's too young. I don't know if I could write back then. I couldn't. It was just like messy disaster. But yeah, I was 5. I was writing stories because I love to read, and so I wanted to write stories. I wrote like Arthur the Aardvark fan fiction. I wrote about a girl named Mary who went to school and had a birthday party. I also had a doll named Mary, so I think I was imagining my doll's rich inner life. But yeah, I always have done it. So nothing made me want to start. I've always done it. And anytime I'm not doing it, I have this little voice in the back of my head that's being like, you're not writing, you're not writing, you're not writing. It's very annoying, but I guess you're right. Number 7, what's my publishing path? I don't know. I definitely want to traditionally publish, mostly because I know for self-publishing, you have to learn a lot of skills or you have to hire a lot of people. And at the moment, I don't think I have the financial resources to hire people to do the things, and I'm really not interested in learning the skills. I know some of the skills cross over, like marketing. What author wants to do marketing? I really don't. But you do have to learn that. So I don't know. I would definitely self-publish something. I could definitely see myself putting out novellas or something, just for free, self-publishy situation, ebook. Yeah. What content do I bring to the Authortube table? That is a great question. What do? I do a lot of craft book reviews or trying different craft books. I have a ton on Save the Cat. I have a ton on the Anatomy of Story, story engineering. I'm reading Story Genius right now. I did the plot embryo recently. That was so fun. I love that. I'm going to link that video up here. It's super fun. Other things I do is your standard writing blog. I've tried a few different series. I've tried, what do we call it? Technique. I did something called Technique Tuesday in December that I definitely want to bring back, where I try to, where I talk about a writing exercise that really helped me. I've done a few writing videos. There's one about writing like Kevin Kwan, I think. There's one about writing like Meg Cabot. I have a couple others I want to do. I want to do Casey McQuiston. I want to do Madeline Miller. And those are so fun. Just diving into the techniques that the other writers used and trying to learn from their books. And that's what I love. And then what I love to do, although which is not very popular on my channel, is analyzing stories, other people's stories, like movies, TV shows, that kind of thing. And then talking about maybe what worked, what didn't work, how, if I was writing them, I would try to make them better. I have one on Cinderella that I saw by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So fun. Again, it doesn't get the most views, but I love it. Oh, I did another one where I figured out how to download the video movie stuff, and I was going through 3 different scenes of Narnia, Pirates of the Caribbean, To Kill a Mockingbird, and I was applying a scene card to it. Oh, it was so that was so fun for me. It makes nerding out over every beat is so cool. It doesn't get the most views, and on a recent poll it was the least liked thing, but it's my favorite, so I definitely keep doing those. What's your biggest writing struggle? Oh god, getting myself to do it. Yeah, that is one. I would say getting myself to do it. Another one is making the time to outline scenes before I write them, because that really helps me to write them well. I would also say description. When I'm doing a first draft, description just goes out the window and it's complete trash. What's my best writing skill? I think I'm really good at dialogue. Yeah. I really like the dialogue that I write. Dialogue is my favorite thing to write. I've written some plays which are just dialogue, and I love it. I also think I'm getting better at actually understanding story structure and being able to do it, and plotting and being able to do that, just because I've read so many of these different books and I have some ideas, and I am pretty good at figuring out what's not working in a story as well. My own and other people's, or what's not working for me from a structure perspective of fitting into one of those frameworks. So I guess that's a skill, the analysis thing. And then my last question, if you've been on YouTube for a while, what is your biggest Authortube tip? Biggest and best Authortube tip? Oh gosh. Enjoy it would be my best tip. Have fun, enjoy it, because if you don't like making the videos and making the content, there's no point, because it's really hard to grow on Authortube. It takes a while. So that would be my Authortube tip. Number 13, are you looking for any new channels to follow, betas, CPs, other types of writer buddies? Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I'm doing a round of sort of CP stuff in March, and I have enough people for that, but always looking for new channels to follow. I just found Barrett Laurie, who is amazing. I can't believe it took me so long to find him. I love his channel so much. Always looking for CPs. If you write, if you have a channel, put it below. I want to go check you out. And number 14, what are you most excited for during this new, fresh start on Authortube? Posting regularly. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Let me know below, have you done this Authortube Newbie Tag? If so, please link it. Can't wait to check it out. And I will see you next time. Oh, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content generally, That's my new thing to say. I like it. I think it's a mouthful and ridiculous, and I just really like that tagline. Think about subscribing, and again, see you next time. Thank you.